Hello, and welcome to MCTV. I'm your host, Danny Fox, and today we have Manhattan College's newest producer and director, Joe Ruggiero. Thanks for coming to the show, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
So before we get into what's happening with the new sports production concentration, I wanted our audience to get to know you a little bit.
Well, not too long ago, I was kind of sitting where you were now. I was part of Hawk TV, which was Monmouth's MCTV at the time, and I was just involved in all aspects of the production. I was a camera operator, technical director, producer of a couple shows, hosting a couple shows. So that's where I was, when I started out in this field. And then when it comes to the sports side, I had a job as a student worker in the athletic communication office. And my sophomore year, they purchased a production truck where all their games would be on ESPN 3 and then later on ESPN Plus. And then I was pretty much their main technical director for all those broadcasts. And then it's just kind of escalated since then.
I know before we talked a little bit about how you worked with the MAC and also WWE. Could you tell us how you got into that and how it's helped you?
So when I graduated in January of 2017 from Monmouth, I had a job offer at WWE because I had interned there the summer before. I worked with just the producers to help their promotions and their promos air on TV, and we would send things out to the road, and we'd have to work 12, 13-hour days. And I think that is what I took away most from that. I came in at 10 o'clock, I wouldn't leave till 11 o'clock at night until the show was over. Those are long days, and it teaches you just the grind and the hustle of working a long production. And then I went to work at the MAC, and I was lucky enough to work there for almost 2 years, back in college sports. A lot of post-production work, making videos and things like that, and hype videos to promote the league. And then also working live events, whether that be a championship like swimming or tennis, something that wouldn't be on ESPN, but something that we could promote better, and do a couple live events like that, which was really cool. And then Manhattan being one of the schools that are in the MAC, once this job opportunity came about, I immediately applied and then was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get it. So now I'm producing and directing games here and also being able to teach as well.
So getting into the sports production at Manhattan College now. So last semester I took Intro to Sports Production with the now head of the department, Michael Grabowski. And before we even received the mobile production unit, me and a few of the class members got to go up to Connecticut and see the production unit before we actually received it. Could you tell our audience what actually a mobile production unit is and how it benefits our students?
The mobile production unit here at Manhattan has all of a TV studio in a small space. So the reason we have a production truck is because, there's 3 sports that play up in the gym: men's and women's basketball and volleyball, and then down in Gaelic Park, there's soccer and lacrosse and softball. And you can bring it anywhere once the wires are in place to be able to bring it down to these places and produce not just 2 sports, but 8, 9 sports.
Awesome. So I know you're the professor for advanced sports production. Could you explain to us what you get to experience taking that class?
The bulk of the grading and the bulk of the work in my class is basically like a lab, like a science lab, but you're in the production truck. So Tommy and Mark, my 2 students, their main goal for the semester is to work the productions. And whether that be a camera operator, a timeout coordinator, the audio board, I hope that in this 7 games that we can work this semester that they enjoy it enough to come back and then to spread the word to people about wanting to take this class.
When's the first game and where can we watch it?
So the first game will be November 10th, women's basketball game, home game at 2 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. It will be on ESPN 3 or Plus. But I do encourage people, if they can't watch it, obviously, to come to the games. It will only help us in promoting Manhattan College in the best way possible and see what students are doing. These students are really, really a great example of how this program's going to grow. And I want to sit here and say, listen, I was a student at one time and now I'm in the position to, kind of oversee everything. And then I want to continue that tradition of getting the students here and being in my position or even a better position working for a company like ESPN or Fox Sports, whatever it may be.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out. That's all we have for today. Tune in to MCTV next week.